And that's where the vision ends, the dream ends.
Kind of looks around, just shrugs it off, gets ready for the day.
Wow, that was weird. Anyways.
Well,
Yeah,
it's a mixed bag. Yeah.
Mothrin waits to turn on fucking spotlight eyes again. She's like, yeah, maybe it's best to keep that off for a little bit longer.
I think that was cool, I guess, because this is how their background's described. Like, it's not just life; she'd be cool with death too. Then, yeah.
Just like approaches it like, oh, something to learn. Dissects animal.
Yeah.
If you can't be my friend, you'll be my test subject, bitch.
Okay, for a second I thought the scorpion body was gone.
Oh my god. He got crunched.
Surprising, right?
Actually, a question to Hanami, concerning what you did with the camels. Would you have tried to also scavenge more food from the scorpion? The body is fresher, at the very least.
I mean, you said there was a scale on it before, right? Derp Mothrin communicated.
Yeah, I found a blue dragon scale near it.
Yes, near it.
Not exactly on it, but like on the ground nearby.
Oh, great. Investigation, the thing that I'm great at. Awesome. Yeah, let me check this out. It just goes up to a casual, just starts checking the body. Oh boy.
I mean, yeah. It is a scorpion, and it died of... Well... Actually, that will follow the Mender's thing. But yeah, it died from a different sort of animal. A bigger, larger predator with its claws and jaws. But also with that roll, you can give me actually what was last time? 2d4. You can roll 2d4.
2d4. Okay.
Oh, since I didn't do a check on the silver torch before, could I do one now?
Okay, yeah. The silver torch is still burning despite, being a few hours late. Okay.
Good old Arcana.
So Hanami is able, using its abilities and powers. Although, if you are using Purify, actually, is that Purification thing a spell?
It's a spell, I haven't used it yet.
Okay, not yet, okay. So, okay, for this one you probably wouldn't have to, but yeah, you are able to scavenge 6 more rations.
Boy.
Are there food that is enough for 6 rations?
Oh shit, yeah, you have to take off my ration. 1 sec.
Oh yeah, I should do that.
Yeah, yesterday's rations.
Yeah.
Yep. So, we are 14. Mothrin, you realize that the torch itself is not a magical item, but whoever set it, definitely the powder itself, the one that is igniter, that makes the torch burn with silver, that was definitely alchemical, arcane sort of incense.
Okay.
That is capable of burning for a while. However, if you put it out, then it's gone.
I think Mothrin thinks about it for a little bit. I think if I put this out, whoever did this might notice. Eventually, at least. And then he's not gonna.
Oh.
Alright.
Oh, wait, hold on. That goes against one of my flaws, damn it. Oh well.
Okay.
I'm hearing that.
Okay.
What?
So yeah,
Huh?
as you rested,
Oh, never mind.
nothing killed you in your sleep. The day, as the morning dawns, again, thankfully, the sun doesn't scorch you directly. It is still hot. The ash still falls down from the sky, but you are able to continue your journey.
All right.
And just to be sure, are we still good for like about an hour, or would you prefer that we call it here?
I'm good to
I'm
continue.
okay to go. Keep going.
Because yeah, technically 3 hour mark would be like about 50 something minutes from now on. All right. So as you gather your party and the new supplies you have gathered, and in the morning you feed yourselves so you may have strength for future journey, you go on ahead. As you are definitely approaching, getting closer to camp halfway, and that previous feeling in a distance now is getting definitely stronger, that it is a day. You do not really see much of a sun through the ashen clouds, but it's not night. And yet when you're getting closer, it feels darker. And almost oppressive. But yeah, essentially if you like left click on the icon of the camp halfway, it should open a handout. And there are some checks being made, so now you can say that in character, your characters know those things. And I would even say that you are able to, as you like, find a good survey spot, a small dune that oversees the camp. And the camp itself is a various state of disarray. Portion of it, because again, how it was created, it was never like a stable, like static city. It was like mostly coming and going, population, visitors and whatnot. Some years it was completely empty. Some years it was bustling with activity and merchants. So it was very like a mishmash, a makeshift sort of location. A bazaar sort of thing. Right now, on one hand, there seems to be quite a lot of activity. On the other hand, it seems to be quite a lot of disarray. One section of the camp, like a portion of tents, seems to be burning, or, well, the fire seems to be slowly dying down. In another portion, you see as a fight, a riot breaks out between several groups, and very quickly you see various clubs, shifts, daggers start getting into action as people are shouting just completely random gibberish things, even in languages you understand, but people driven to absolute limits with despair, madness, and fear. Some sections on the outskirts, you notice they are abandoned. You do not see any movement. You can spot some bodies left half buried in the sand, or starting to get covered in sand. And not skeletons, some of them are in the process of rotting. Some of them if you like squint closer, you can think that you can see a couple people that are just right now dying from hunger, as they do not have any strength to move. They are like laying down, getting scorched by the heat. The skin literally clinging to their bones, as they haven't had anything to eat for so long. They are just in the last vestiges of dying from starvation. You see also some buildings. You were aware that some richer merchants in the past created some more stable buildings. However, one of them looks to be like halfway destroyed, burned down, not completely, but it is mostly fucked. The other ones, there are not that many of them. I'd say like between 3 or 4. And the other ones, they look completely barricaded. Windows, doors, completely closed off. So as you look upon this pile of misery, decay, the place where the hope dies, and cannot shake the feeling of this oppressive presence emanating throughout the area, as it is a day, but it still feels darker. What do you do?
Rude looks at this, and she looks to everybody. She says, "Do you remember how they said that the water, like something bad was wrong with the water here?"
As you look at Monster, and he is completely just spaced out, looking at this, just not even paying attention to what you're saying.
Did anyone else also get a dream about this? So she's gonna look at Mosserin directly now.
Did I? I forget.
Yes. We
Oh,
both
I
had the
did.
same dream.
Yes.
Like a shadow dragon on the bottom of the lake. And
Oh yeah,
yeah,
my
remember the eye
cousin.
opening? Yes.
Yes. Forget what his name was.
Bill, probably.
Eh.
I feel like we should go around this personally.
I gonna.
What you rolling there, buddy?
Don't worry about it.
I'm a DM, I should worry about it, but yeah, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I know. I rolled myself a sanity and a intelligence saving throw.
I mean, I see that, but...
Oh boy. Right.
I look at Harmony and Beatrix. What are you guys doing?
Okay, sorry, just people keep talking to me. I don't know. I don't know how much we want to risk entering a place like this, because this shit is definitely going to affect us. Like, in one part, we might be able to buy shit.
More so, I feel like we would be able to steal shit, judging by the disarray that is currently going on.
Yeah. Do we have enough resources? Like, do we have things? I have like 6 days worth of food left on me.
I have a few days as well. Maybe we could skirt around the edges if we really wanted to, but otherwise I don't think it would really be worth it.
Mm. From where we are, do we see anything like specific, like places that might still be open for selling, or is it just everything's fucking gone?
Give me a perception check. Perception or actually, yeah, I think perception will work better in this case.
One sec, because my perception in real life is shit because I currently don't have my glasses on. I don't see shit. Okay. There we go.
Masarin, sort of continuing to stare off in the distance, starts walking.
I instantly grab your arm. This is not the first time you wandered off. I grab your arm instantly.
You just see.
Go ahead.
You see that he recognizes what he's doing is going to be incredibly stupid, but you also see that he is like fully not aware of his surroundings anymore.
He's like big dissociating almost.
Yep.
And yeah, she's just gonna sort of hold your arm to keep you from leaving and just wait until you're back to like sane Masarin.
Does Masarin, conscious or not, does he allow to do that, or will he try to power through?
Yeah.
Because if you are powering through, my man, then that's gonna call for contested athletics check.
Exactly.
Right. I don't think he does, but you do see that in the direction he is looking in, he is definitely looking towards the oasis.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Sorry, getting back to those checks. So with that 12, Beatrix may be in those barricaded buildings, assuming that someone rich actually got in there and there are any supplies. Other than that, fuck all. Like, there will be like literal bits and scrapes, like lowest of the low, in the camp. And actually, you might get a little bit green because when you're like trying to peer closer, you do notice some bodies that seem to be eaten or half eaten, or like bits and pieces of their body missing, like not carved in combat, but like literally eaten. And you kind of don't want to think about it, but a treacherous part of your mind whispers that probably it wasn't the animals that ate the bodies.
Can someone tell me what you figured out? I cannot see anything.
I rolled a 27 for the perception as well.
Fuck, I forgot that.
You're okay.
I mean, it shouldn't have token vision. You should see the background. This.
Yeah, I can see the background, at least.
It's like a blasted wasteland.
Yep.
Yeah.
To repeat, JP, Beatrix, looking for like if there's anything with supplies, kind of spotted several more bodies, and she got the realization that they were partially eaten, and probably not by animals.
Did my 27 perception give anything more on the situation?
Yes, as you inspect more closely, apart from the riots that seem to be erupting every so often, as I imagine you are taking a little bit of time sitting upon this dune and deciding what will be your next move, you do notice that one of the buildings, probably the larger one, seems to be barricaded, but there also seems to be like there's someone inside like protecting it. And you have managed to notice from this distance that some half-crazed from everything, from hunger, from fear, from madness, people tried to storm it, and they were repulsed quite intensely, heavily, and bloody, and you manage to spot glimpses of like armored figures, not like a rabble rouse, but more closer to like like regular guards, maybe even knights. And you are sure this is you do not spot any gold or silver, so this is no silver flames or golden lions. And they actually, you know what, with your background and experience, you almost feel like they might be mercenaries. And if they are mercenaries, things going to shit, but perhaps there's someone with enough coin to pay for those mercenaries. And if they have coin for those mercenaries, maybe they will have coin for trade.
Her eyes sort of sweep over all of this. And she'll look to everyone and say, the only real thing that I think is left in that town is being barricaded by mercenaries. And then she'll point out, like, the building where this is.
And yeah, the only downside, that building that seems to have anything of value, it's not on the outskirts of the camp. It's closer to the middle.
Yeah. And she's like, and even then, it's in the middle of a town full of crazy, hungry, starved individuals, so I honestly don't think we should be around.
I'll say, weren't you a mercenary? Do you
I
know who they are?
Still am, technically. I'd have to see their... Like, she'll gesture to, like, where, like, a patch would be, or, like, some sort of garb. She said usually most mercenary bands will have some sort of, like, a tabard or something like that that would give them away, but from this distance, while they're inside, I can't tell.
Sorry for interjecting, because I don't remember if we had this question and what was the answer. Have we determined... I mean, we have, like, powder for, like, dynamite, like, explosives. Have we determined, like, the issue of, like, gunpowder, firearms?
I mean, I'm an artificer. I would assume guns kind of exist.
Okay, yeah, that's enough for me.
I think they're more of a rarity and just like lesser used because of the materials required.
Only people who are old or rich or both can get them.
Yeah.
Or
if you're a fucking mining company and you have tons of dynamite.
Yeah.
So now with that 27, Fruit would notice one more thing. On the second floor, for a moment, like, window slightly opens. Figure, although from that distance, they're like mostly covered, so you cannot tell if they're old or not. But the clothes on the armor seems alright. They pull out wood. I mean, Fruit, I'm gonna say for the ease of this, like, Fruit knows what a firearm is. Yeah. Person, instead of a crossbow, pulls out a firearm, points at one of the rioters that were just approaching, like, for another go, and just blasts them.
You see Thru's eyes go wide, and they're like, they got a gun in there!
I don't think those people are from my church.
And I also don't think they'd be very kind to strangers.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, but...
To be fair, the only interactions you have noticed so far since you started watching is that, like, other folks approaching this building with purely aggressive, hostile intent.
But it's also, like, such a stressful situation can make you hostile to anyone.
Yeah, that is absolutely fair. I'm just making the records.
I like to think
straight.
that the fucking gunshot, because it is such a familiar sound to Monster, is what snaps him out of his daze.
Yeah, sure. Totally. And question, with your perception, like observation, and that is question for the entire party, just for the sake of it, would you focus only on the camp, or would you also try to glean something more from the oasis, from this, like, lake itself?
Oh, Monstern's definitely looking at that fucking oasis.
I'm definitely looking there because I also had the dream of the shadow dragon thing in the lake, so I'm definitely looking over there. My big eyeball.
Alright. Give me the perception checks.
Indeed.
I am feeling productive.
Oh, hell yeah.
Never mind.
Okay. Excellent.
Wonderful.
Fruit and Moserin, you try to peer closer. The visibility is not that terrible, surprisingly, despite the fact that it's slightly darker than you would expect and there's ash falling down. But you can swear as you peer at it that... Is the water, like, darker than before? But no, that's something you have noticed before. That doesn't jolt you. But is it boiling? And bubbles? No, no bubbles. Eyes. Eyes are opening. And please, both Fruit and Moserin, give me a sanity saving throw.
Hell yeah.
Time to fail.
Fuck yeah. We losing that one sanity we got,
Damn
it.
bro.
You don't lose sanity. Moserin... Hold on, I need to check what is the CR of that creature.
That's never good
I
to
should
hear
have,
from
I,
a
sh-
DM.
I should have checked. I should have checked the before to set the DC. Obviously, Fruit definitely failed. I'm gonna. Oh fuck! Shit. But that's how it's. Apologies for some small technical issue.
It wouldn't be a
All
D&D session without a technical
Okay.
issue.
I mean, that was a fuck up on my end mostly. Okay, it's proficient. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna. Yeah, the DC would have been 15. Okay, so. Actually, where? Wait, that's. I'm trying to find. It was like long-term insanity and whatnot, but short-term, where the fuck is it? Sorry, I'm trying to look at it. I could have sworn I had it, but now I cannot find it.
Oh no.
Kinda
Are
like
you using
it.
like a custom short-term insanity?
No, it was something that I could have sworn was. Oh, there it is. Oh, right, because they're calling this not insanity but madness tables. Okay. Okay. All right. The first roll will be for Fruit. The second one will be for Moserin. Hold on. That's. Oh, yeah. For now, let's just start with short term. So first one, Fruit. Second one, Moserin. Actually, fuck, I did private roll. Never mind. So,
Well, you could show them if you
Yeah,
right click
yeah.
them.
Ah. Which one is which? Am I the stunned?
Yes, the first one is for Fruit. The second one is for Moserin.
Oh, did I? Okay, so I didn't pass. All right.
Yes, the DC was 15.
Ah, okay. Yeah, just sort of falls back onto his ass and starts like pushing himself away from it.
Surge just stock still, looking at the lake. Or I guess, I don't know what it is, a pond? Oasis?
Yeah, Oasis.
Yeah, the Mormons saw Salt Lake City as an oasis, or like a small little like levee. Like, how big is this oasis?
Fuck. Like, not small, but not terribly large. I would say like above average. Like, okay, radius wide, I would say. let's say like roughly this.
Oh.
Oh.
Pretty big.
So good size, like right there.
Oh, that's big. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, out of character, a dragon has its lair at the bottom of it, so you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense.
And actually,
Monstern just starts screaming in primordial.
and
Half
not
mile
knowing
lake.
what you know, yeah, if you wanna actually, fuck, I think you had some knowledge checks to figure out what sort of creature is this. However, now that you are like in person feeling this specific presence, but I will allow a roll to like gauge like how bad of an idea would be if we had to fight or if we went to fight this creature.
Okay. What role are we doing?
Intelligence, wisdom.
Actually, it would be I can buy either intelligence or wisdom checks. Probably also.
Would insight be applicable?
Shit, like martially applied insight. Yeah, probably insight as well.
Solid.
Anyone else?
Oh, sure. Oh, hey. An actually good roll.
Okay. You have fruit is like still reeling off from that weird feeling, this bout of fear that struck her. Hanami, Gerard, especially Mosserin, you know that you already faced some tough fights in your journey so far. You wouldn't instantly lose. You have the numbers and abilities if you wanted to try. But you feel deep in your bones that this would have been, so far, the fights of your life. The hardest fight of your life. Actually, let me use the calculator. But I'm pretty sure even though this is a single creature, the difference in CR would count... would make this encounter deadly. Like above deadly. You're level 7. 5 characters. That's one monster with that much CR. Oh yeah, that's... Yeah.
That's basically a walking death sentence.
Yeah, way above deadly.
Well, technically a swimming death sentence, but regardless.
Could
And
I?
yes, about the word, this is a bonus encounter. However, yeah, this is gonna
Could
be rough.
I roll something to figure out which dragon it is? See if I know its name. Just so that I extra know how fucked it would be if we tried.
I can give you for now that this is a shadow aligned dragon.
I just want to make comments about knowing its name and shit.
Although the 5 feet tools, I'm not sure this might be the name used in a different module.
Yeah.
However, yeah, you know that from a certain point, if the creature is strong enough, they can affect area. So that feeling of darker, that it feels dark around, you know with those checks, you guys know that this is a part of its regional effects. And yeah, this is a shadow dragon.
Good. Dude, we are not going anywhere near that.
We are going around the opposite side.
Mustard
She is
just
like right there with you. She's like, all right,
Mosh.
and we go this way. Everyone just sees these two suddenly break down as they look towards the lake, and then quickly like speed walk in the opposite direction.
Beatrice
So?
just kind of just speed walks behind and is like, what
I
happened?
get the feeling that
Sure.
could be like
Sultan.
one of a few possibly ancient shadow dragons. Yeah, no.
Thur just looks behind and
Oh.
she's like, "Lake's haunted.
Lake's haunted.
Lake's fucking haunted."
So
Still
where-
exist.
So you know how we, my people consider the that possibly adult blue dragon to be like a deity? That would be more like a full-on god.
Oh,
Yeah.
I get on Bean and I start flying slightly faster.
Yep.
Anyways, where should we rest for tonight?
All right. So as you avoid the camp and you're trying to make your way as quickly as possible, and you're pushing yourselves quite hard trying to leave this place behind to not risk whatever isn't irking the dragon, and trying to shake off this miasmic feeling of like gloom, despair that clings onto your souls. Please give me, as you are marching, Constitution saving throw. This time,
Boy, I'm okay at this.
we are back at DC 10.
I always forget that it does that sound.
Fuck wrecking.
Snake?
Never mind. I'm not gonna speak. I can't speak. It's not working.
Snake!
Snake.
No.
Hanabi. He's fucking dead.
Actually, fuck, I forgot, because you were looking through the bodies back at those ruins, right? Trying to
Yeah.
loot them for anything interesting. Okay.
I have insight.
I forgot. I mean, yeah, apart from incense, I forgot that I did
Yeah.
prepare, like, cope with some stuff. So, hold on, I'm gonna put it in the handout. We are at session 5, I believe. And just give me a moment. Sticking it up. Alright, configure ownership, server. Okay. Should be able to see that.
Oh yeah.
Where? Fresh. I would like the brass rod.
Anybody else want anything?
Yeah, one sec. I
Nah.
realized I was reading the wrong shit. I like how that rosewood comb sounds like.
Would you like that? Yeah.
I would like to read the runes on the rod.
Kind of.
Everybody get 12 gold as we split it evenly like civilized people.
I've not been keeping track of my money. I should.
You should, yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I spent.
It is not a magical rod, so it doesn't have any spells in it.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to read what it
mhm.
said.
Hold on. So, that's... Actually, fuck for that. Could not be. Oh. Okay. So I'm blanking a little bit. There's quite hot.
Honestly, I am blanking too, so I wouldn't mind if we could stop at like at one point, just so I don't start losing attention.
I mean, I was going to like go for like
15, 17, I'm assuming.
yeah, around that. Maybe max up to 20 minutes
Gotcha.
Okay.
after the maximum. So yeah. Begin to... Yeah, I will think about that maybe in the meantime. I'll think of something. However, you are able to continue journeying, leaving the camp halfway behind. Sadly, Hanami's lungs are put to test once more.
Got plant lungs.
Yes, and that all of that ash is, yeah, not doing that great, to be perfectly honest. Oh, and Beatrix is also like coughing from time to time, but you try to push through despite everything. And
Little dried out tree.
I am a humanoid.
I am humanoid, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
okay, so you do as you continue the journey. Some of you are now facing it better, but some of you, they are feeling the strain. As you continue, because I assume, or I will make an assumption, but I take it you still continue along the Pioneers Road, like through the beaten cobblestone path.
Presuming yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright. So you stumble upon, rather along the way, there's a peculiar sight that greets you. Thankfully, you didn't have to deal with any combat along the way, or even if you had some violent situations, you resolved them very quickly and with little to no resource expenditure. Probably like some stray feral animal, CR0 or something that, yeah, just mindlessly tried to attack you, to bite you, and then you just fend it off. And you see the following. There's a dried up like husk of a tree growing next to the road on like some very small dune. And on it, you see two birds. One is a crow, the second is an eagle. And as you approach, the crow just tilts its head, while the eagle speaks in fucking common.
Oh.
Huh?
And the eagle, And I apologize for all of you Americans. I can't do the accent, but like, howdy there, partners.
Okay.
Howdy there, partner. I'll do
Hey there, friends. How are you?
Well, howdy, y'all.
Hey there, y'all.
Don't mind the dark and broody next to me.
Oh,
Thur just
Oh,
looks
separate.
and sort of like tilts her head, almost like mimicking like tilting your hat to someone, and she's like, "Howdy."
So
Just look at the eagle, and I just go, "Am I going insane, or did I hear
Nope.
that eagle talk?"
yes.
Beatrix, your bees speak to you.
Yeah, but that's different.
Is it?
But yeah, I probably won't be able to keep it out, but yeah, basically that eagle has like southern accent.
I love it.
Was I able to read the brass rod's engraving?
Yeah, I'm still trying to
Okay.
come up with
Sorry.
like, interesting like
All good. All good.
runes.
I look at the
So
eagle.
probably
and
like
I say,
oh no, I'm thinking about like basically the equivalent of like rune of travel, protection, and luck.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Fruit.
I just look at the eagle and say, "So, were you always an eagle, and then you just suddenly got the ability to speak, or is this like you got turned into an eagle?"
Quite frankly, I can't really remember, you know. But the world, to my not significant bird brain, seems to be going quite mad indeed.
Yeah.
For example, don't mind them, and then the eagle tilts its head backwards, and then as you peer beyond the small dune and the tree growing on it, in a distance, there's not really even a shrine, but there's some small rock, and around it you see a bunch of essentially undead walking in a circle.
What do you mean by don't mind them, though? Like, are they harmless?
Ever since I perched here, that's all they've been doing.
Huh. Have they, like, attacked anyone that's come by? Has anyone come by?
Not really, and I mean, there's been some folks that passed by a while ago, but they didn't even think about bothering them.
Fair. Well,
Yeah, the crow just and then flies off.
well, have a good day. And then she's just gonna start passing on
Yep.
by it.
Tilts its head. Same to you, partners, and between you and me, I do not have anything about my crow brethren. But in the future, you may wanna be on the lookout for the owner. Have
The
a
owner
good-
of the crow?
Have a good one, y'all. And then it's gonna fly up and
y'all.
We're
disappear.
about to meet Scarecrow. Where's Tin Man?
Shoot him.
Not Scarecrow. If you want, you can either roll Arcana or Intelligence or Wisdom ability checks.
I got the wisdom. That's an 8.
What do I have? What do I have?
Arcana.
I like Southern
18.
Eagle friend.
I'm good at neither.
Was he bald?
Was he Bob? Oh my god.
Okay, but we'll get to that later.
Oh no, I don't
Alright.
like that.
With Arcana of 18, the rest of you, you're not really sure what the eagle meant. Probably, maybe it was like just talking shit or not really knowing what it talks about. Moserin, you know that this eagle probably didn't know what it is talking, but what it mentioned and about that crow got you thinking. You're a cleric, but you do know that in the past some spellcasters had familiars.
Ah. Hmm. Okay.
That
So-
fucking raven's gonna talk shit on us to it.
So
Yeah.
that eagle just implied that this crow is a familiar of a sort.
Okay. Well, that's neat.
Well,
Okay.
I don't think Mossern really comments on that. He's just like, okay.
He keeps walking.
okay. Anyways.
I mean, it's a normal
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I mean that's from even before the world was ending. Well,
Yeah.
what's there else to
Probably.
it?
Alright. And as you continue your journey, I'm gonna put you. Yeah, you are able to move. Yeah, finding a proper place to rest or recuperate. Thankfully, without an issue, as another day will welcome you.
How lovely.
So you can mark off another ration. So probably like, thankfully, because this seemed to be like one of the calmer days you had so far, you are able to like determine that you may just rise up very, very early and try to get as much distance as you possibly can. So you would wake up right early and continue journeying, and very shortly, about 10 minutes after you resumed your journey. And yeah, of course, if you used any resources, like you could have used long rest button, but I don't think you spent anything between the previous long rest and this one. And shortly afterwards, you do notice. Actually, no. Like, this is one of those remains from the initial colonizing thing that happened. You find that from a distance that looks like a irregular building, but upon closer inspection, it was a shop once upon a time, and probably attached to some sort of like hunter's outpost. And surprisingly, like the entire thing itself, like this like small hunter outpost and this shop, seem abandoned, like run down, not really used recently. And yet, the corpses, these massive sandworms being hung on multiple hooks in front of it, this shop, seem to be, well, they are not fresh because the stench of rot and decay is also present. But this seems like something that was hunted relatively recently, like we are talking days ago and not weeks ago. But other than that, for now, you do not see any movement. And this like hunter's outpost, let's call it, is like literally right next to the road.
Druid would probably. Can I actually roll perception as we get closer to see if I see movement inside?
All right, yeah, go for it.
I observe.
All right. Yeah, as you get closer, you do hear sounds from the inside, from inside the like darkened, partially barricaded. Like there's not much light entering the shop itself, but there are sounds of movements. Like for now, groggy, like you know that feeling after a party when people are slowly waking up. And there are some like sounds, like some mutterings being spoken, but they do not sound common. With that good perception check, hold on. Let's see how they are called. Okay, humanoid. So I think either insight or nature or history to identify the creatures. And also,
Oh my god.
yeah, to give you with that 25 perception, you can gauge like from the amount of like movement, like the amount of sounds you are hearing, that there's probably around a dozen or probably slightly more of creatures inside. And with a 25, you recognize those voices and that specific manner of speech and the language, even if you do not speak it yourself. You are hearing gnolls inside.
Okay. Then I'll look to everyone as we're sort of approaching this and overlooking it. You see her like squinting over at the shop or the cabin. And she'll say, there could be supplies in there, which we do need, but there's also gnolls. I don't know if you guys know what gnolls are. They're like large hyena, like almost like werewolves, but like a hyena. They can be pretty sadistic.
What the fuck is a hyena?
It's like a weird dog. It's like a weird wolf dog thing.
I'm pretty
She'll,
sure
like,
it's
try and
actually like a
describe-
cat.
Is it?
Yes, above board, it's more
Oh.
like a cat. Yeah. But
Okay, it's a big cat thing, and they're really strong, and they're kind of brutish, very
Oh.
territorial.
Hmm.
They sometimes keep slaves. They're
Well,
not
Better
very
than the
good.
mercenaries, though.
Huh.
Well, they were probably less trained than the mercenaries, but there's at least a dozen of them in there. But if we're able to take out them one by one, it would be doable. And I think we kind of need the supplies, personally.
Yeah.
Sure,
Okay.
go for it.
Alright, thank you.
Ah, no, it shouldn't be in Draconic.
Huh?
That's common.
Okay.
Alright.
Yep.
So I believe the plan of action is that you will be attempting to engage with those gnolls.
I'll beat them up.
That'd be correct.
Yeah.
I've got my spells.
Alright. So with that plan of action being prepared, like how will you approach this? We'll deal with next session, because this is where we gonna call it.
Yep.
Again, despite the some issues and my brain being sometimes scattered, I hope you enjoyed it.
Yep. Thank you.
The sessions are always good.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, my yummy food. Okay,
Give me food.
we shall plan this next time.
Yep.
Goodbye,
Alright.
everyone.
Talk to you guys later.
Take
Thank you
care.
for the session.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
bye.
Thank you for
Uh,
playing, and later.
Shadow,
Yeah?
could I talk to you for a little bit about the fucking entity thing?
Can it be done through private messenger? Because I wanted to start
Yeah.
preparing for tomorrow.
Of course.
I
I
need to,
was
like,
just gonna tell you
Take a
what
shower.
its whole deal is. It basically Faultier wasn't actually powerful enough to bring these people to life, and so they had to make a deal with another being in order to give it soul or stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
Okay.
Something which lacked the ability to physically interact with the world, but because they gave these people souls, they were able to influence the world through them.
All right. But yeah, I want to like we can
Yeah,
do
yeah.
details
That was all. I
uh,
just wanted to give you that quick thing so that
Yeah,
you
cool.
know what the fuck that is.
definitely gonna give me something to think about it.
Alright.
But yeah,
Have a good day, and
Yeah.
I take care.
same to you.